suspected kidnappers, cyber fraudsters. Job applicants complain of itches during River State Post-Primary School Board exam. Court bars NBC from imposing fines on broadcast stations. Court adjoins petition of Labour Party's presidential candidate Peter Obi till May 17. Shell wins Niger Delta oil spill case. On the foreign scene, Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan pleads not guilty to corruption charges. I am Kala Dakurubatabo. Good evening. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation-led peace. Eight suspected kidnappers and cyber fraudsters have been arrested by the operatives of ORC Tactical Team of the River State Police Command at Saipo Estate, Umebule 1 in Eche local government area. Spokesperson of the River State Police Command, SP Grace Ringe Koko, told newsmen that the police operatives acted on intelligence. Ringe Koko said one of their victims was a job seeker who was lured by his friend who promised to give him a job in a hotel. She said the victim was beaten after he demanded that he wanted to go home since the job was not forthcoming. She said the suspects demanded 500,000 naira ransom from the victim's parents as a condition for his release.
At the River State Police Command on Tuesday, on the 9th of May 2023, while acting on reliable information, raided the hideout in Sipo Estate in Umebe 1, Eshe local government area in River State. In the process, 8 suspects, all male, were arrested, while one victim, name withheld, age 20, was rescued. In their verdict, confessed and revealed that their modus operandi includes defrauding innocent citizens online and failing them of their hard-earned money.
SP Ringe Koko also advised parents to monitor the activities of their children.
The Commissioner of Police River State Police Command, CP Okon Effiong, has advised parents to monitor the activities of their children and hereby wary of the friends they keep. Residents of the state are therefore enjoined to remain supportive, law-abiding and vigilant and prompt report acts of crime and criminality to the nearest police station by calling the command's emergency numbers 080-3200-3514, 080-9888-0134.
The victim also spoke.
I call my friend, a good friend to me, that I need a job for work to help me. Then I said that no problem, that a few days he will call me back. Then after then, she now called me that she come to have the work for me. Then like a friend I trust, I follow him. Said I should drop at Oyibo Express. Then as I drop for there, she never come and pick me up. I speak up, then he took me to where he sleeps. As I reached there, I see like 13 boys in that house. Then she tell me that I should wait, I should do it. The next day, he come and tell me the result. I did like 2 days. Then I'm not calling like a friend that I don't like the thing and living. I don't like the work. She called me that she come and work. That I want to go back. He said that no, I can't go anywhere.
Meanwhile, one of the suspects, Isaac Patrick, narrated what happened.
I was just sleeping on my house. Then the police come and pick me up from my house. That is all. So when I come down to the police station, I found one of my boys that said that I kidnapped him, which I do not know anything about.
The police command says it arrested a suspected armed robber while on routine stop and search along the Polo Club by GRA Port Harcourt. A statement by police spokesperson Grace Ringe Koko said the suspect, 26-year-old Covenant Okon, had a 1 revolver pistol with 1 live ammunition, and also recovered was a Mazda vehicle he was driving. The statement said the suspect and exhibits are in police custody and investigation is ongoing with a view to apprehending other members of his group. Still on this, 3 streetlight vandals have been arrested by the police in River State. A police statement said operative from Borokiri Division arrested Belema Ago, Michael Edet and George Itari Kabo while acting on information provided by community leaders in Borokiri. The statement said the 3 young men were caught in the act of vandalizing streetlights provided for community by NDDC. 8 solar panels, 8 heavy-duty batteries and 2 streetlights were recovered from them. It said investigation is ongoing to arrest other members of the gang as well as receivers of previously stolen items. Elsewhere, travelers and motorists plying the Bayelsa River State axis of the East-West Road were stranded this morning at the Imbiama axis as residents barricade the road in a peaceful demonstration. They were demanding the immediate intervention of the federal government over the bad state of the road. Calm has now returned to the area following the intervention of the Nigerian Army. Moving on, some applicants who sat for the online examination for employment into the Rivers State Post Primary School Board were frustrated today due to some glitches with the internet. The online exam is a mandatory test for applicants seeking teaching appointments into state public schools. As you may know, the Rivers State government gave a quota to the board to employ 1,000 teachers from the proposed recruitment of 10,000 youths into the state civil service. One of the aggrieved applicants who spoke to correspondent Emeka Otuka said they were unable to log into the online platform for the exam.
And today is the main test. Now, the exam time is 12 noon. Up to now, the site has not opened. And what they're selling on the site is maintenance mode. So the site has not opened. Called other people from other centers, people that are involved, the same story. Nobody is able or has been able to log into the site. So the site has not opened as I talk with you. My concern is that if you don't write the test, well then what will be your fate? You know, what's the next step? We don't know what is going to be the next step, or if they will assume that the test has taken place and a lot of people will be denied the job. If they put into assumption that the test has taken place, that's just my fear.
The applicant also said that they had a similar experience during the mock exam yesterday.
What happened yesterday is that some people were able to log in but couldn't submit at the end of the test, even before the time elapses. A lot of other persons noticed that the time was extended from 12 minutes, that was the initial time for the exam, to 1 hour. At the lapse of 1 minute, the exam time is 12 until now, site has not opened.
Spoke that over 23,000 people applied for the job. In other news, the Director General of the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency, NIHSA, Clement Inze, has accused state governments in Nigeria of not taking action to combat flooding. Mr. Inze also spoke on ways to tackle flooding in Rivers State.
We expect that the state should embark on sensitization of the cities to clear their drainage, make them passable in the course of rainfall flooding. The state should summon the political will to remove structures that are blocking or impeding the floodway. Don't allow people to build within the floodplain. Also, you should be able to carry out flood vulnerability mapping.
Similarly, the president of Ngeni Youth Assembly, Okenya Onem, says the people from the 21 communities in Ngeni Kingdom are living in fear following the prediction that this year's flooding will be heavy. It comes as 15 local government areas and rivers have been predicted to experience high-risk flooding this year. Mr. Onem spoke in an interview with correspondent Soibu Ruwari.
We are actually apprehensive considering what we went through in the last flood. We had a bitter experience. In fact, we are living in agony when we were abandoned by those who ordinarily should have come to rescue us, And so we are apprehensive. We are living in fear, having witnessed such a disastrous flood, last year. So we expect that more things would have been brought to the people then, but nothing of such happened.
On his part, a stakeholder from the Ngeni area, Success Jag, urged the government to carry out shore protection of some of the coastal communities expected to be affected by the heavy rainfall.
There should be extensive and solid shore protection activities. There's a recommendation stating that we need certain dams in some areas to mitigate against this kind of flooding issue. In the short term, I think that the communities most affected, Ngene land, the 21 communities stretching across along the coast of the Orashi River, should have extensive shore protection works done. There should be dredging so that this dredging and canalization should be able to take care of the effect of this flooding.
Mr. Jack also called on the federal government to fix the damaged portion of the east-west road before this year's flooding begins. Also, a victim of last year's flooding and a native of Delta State, Prince Pawuru, said communities in the Niger Delta region are handicapped during flood disasters.
Who should do something is the federal government. NIMET has already given the warning that something is going to happen. What the community can do is to relocate from the floodplain. And where do they have the money? They have been impoverished. How do they relocate when they are poor? If they had money, they could have relocated to a highland. But they can't relocate. So they have to wait for the flood to come, to kill them, to destroy them. So the other companies and the federal government in connivance are destroying the communities. The federal government and these oil companies, all of them together, are the enemies of the host communities in this country.
In the meantime, an environmental expert, Maurice Alagwa, has advised the federal government to consider reconstructing one of the dams in the northern part of the nation to curtail the impact of the predicted flooding.
The Hausa Dashi Dam, which was started when Cameroon started their own dam in the late 1970s and early 80s, they should go back and work on that dam so that by the time the Lado Dam water is released in Cameroon, this other one, which was designed to absorb, will play that shock absorber role. It will receive water from that and then gradually release it, and will not have this pressure. The pressure that is running down and then flooding our environment around September, October.
Still ahead, APC caucus orders fault zoning formula for 10th National Assembly. Stay tuned as we go for a quick break.
You are tuned in to
Nigeria Info. We'll be right back after this.
on your station.
Welcome back. A federal high court in Abuja has barred the National Broadcasting Commission (NBC) from imposing fines on broadcast stations. In his ruling today, the presiding judge, James Omotosho, said the NBC does not have the judicial powers to impose penalties. The judge set aside the fines imposed on 45 broadcast stations by NBC. Recall that on March 1, 2019, NBC sanctioned 45 broadcast stations over alleged ethical infractions during the general election. The Labour Party and its presidential candidate, Peter Obi, have filed an application asking that proceedings of the Election Petitions Tribunal be televised. This follows a similar application by the PDP presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar. The tribunal also adjourned the pre-hearing session on Mr. Obi and the Labour Party's petition till May 17. A caucus of the APC in the House of Representatives has threatened that the party should prepare for a repeat of the crisis that rocked the National Assembly in 2015 if it allows the release zoning formula to stand. Deputy Speaker of the House, Idris Wase, said this when he led members to the National Secretariat of the APC today. He said there is the need for serious consultations with all party members. Responding, the APC National Chairman Abdullahi Adamu assured them that the party is still consulting. Governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu, has also faulted the APC proposed zoning formula for the National Assembly leadership. Governor Akeredolu, in a statement today, said the zoning formula is a skewed arrangement that promotes injustice and enhances inequality. Now in business, the UK Supreme Court has ruled that it is too late for Niger Delta people to lodge pollution claims against energy giant Shell after a huge oil spill more than 1 decade. An appeal over the 2011 spill upholding prior rulings that claimed.
And now, we're in news from around the world.
Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan has pleaded not guilty to corruption charges a day after his arrest sparked nationwide protests. Police say nearly 1,000 people have been arrested and 8 people have died nationwide in the protests. There is tight security at the police guest house where he is being detained, which is also serving as a courtroom. The arrest dramatically escalated tensions between Mr. Khan and military at a time of economic crisis. On the news this evening, you heard police in Rivers State have arrested 8 suspected kidnappers and cyber fraudsters. Job applicants have complained of itches during the Rivers State Post-Primary School Board exam. Court has barred the NBC from imposing fines on broadcast stations. Court has adjourned the petition of Labour Party's presidential candidate Peter Obi till May 17. Shell has won a Niger Delta oil spill case. On the foreign scene, Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan has pleaded not guilty to corruption charges. The news was edited by Martha Okere. Mostly cloudy weather in Port Harcourt this evening. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. I am Kalada Kurubatwo. Good evening. Hard Facts with Dyer continues after the break.